There is no novel or film and about aliens that will not deal with their amazing capacities, different from human ones and, of course, more advanced, the expression of an evolution that has gone far beyond ours. Not only do they use new materials and technologies unknown but also communicate differently, they otherwise perceive the world and adapt differently to it. Question on a paranormal topic discussion forum: how many aliens live on Earth at this moment, disguised as humans? Response: all but you are aliens. You are the only remaining man, but do not be afraid, we will come soon after you. Beyond this joke, several extremely serious polls reveal an amazing fact. 1 in 5 people thinks that aliens live among us, disguised as humans. A public opinion poll conducted by Reuters with 23,000 adult subjects in 22 countries concluded that India is an epicenter of alien activity in local consciousness, and that 45% of the people here are convinced that an alien invasion is already in progress. The Chinese are not far away. 42% of them are adhering to similar ideas, followed by 29% of Japanese suspects that their fellow citizens may have extraterrestrial origins. In Australia, 23% of those surveyed believe that aliens are on Earth, while Belgians, Germans and Swedes are more skeptical, and only 8% accredit such a theory. Of course, many of those who deny the possibility that foreign beings can live among us might be aliens themselves who want to remain undiscovered. Leaving the joke aside, the most important thing that all these figures tell us is that the theory of infiltration of beings from other worlds in our ranks has not only 3 crazy followers lost in isolated world corners, but on the contrary, tens of millions of people around the globe are giving such a chance. Everything sounds crazy, but it is also not condemning that such theories are born. When in the sky for decades, phenomena and unexplained flying objects appear, and hundreds of movies, books, shows and discussions seen, read, watched and worn over time constantly feeds alien theories and guides us in the direction of UFOs. After all, there are also famous cases of extraterrestrial kidnappings probably never proven above all suspects, yet numerous and assumed by people visibly marked by something. We cannot say that such statements have ever brought any international fame or benefit. On the contrary, these people have always been seen as weird and have developed serious problems in leading a normal life. So it is hard to talk about theatrical narrations at best. It can be invoked alienation, not even plausible, often being intellectual, cult, mentally healthy people. Friends or foes, popular culture has programmed us to standardize our alien creatures. We see these creatures in grays or greens with long elongated heads, attached to semi-atrophied bodies with large black eyes. However, many researchers, for various reasons, have come to believe that there are multiple, even a multitude of species or alien races. Some of them are universally accepted by the followers of the idea. The most famous type of alien is the tiny little grey, sometimes known as Zeta Reticulans. This kind of alien is the main suspect behind the abduction phenomenon. They are supposed to have little feelings at all. The little greys are regarded as cold and cruel researchers who run experiments on humans, lacking any kind of compassion. They seem to work as a single unit of cohesion, with some collective consciousness controlled by a grey leader. The only care they have is the perpetuation of their own species, with something they would be genetically damaged. Another species of aliens, which especially lately is the main suspect of many conspiracy theories, that of reptilians. This breed is one of the few whose existence almost all the enthusiasts of the phenomenon are convinced, but whose origins give rise to heated debate. Who are they? Where do they come from, and what is their mission? Many subcategories of aliens are framed as reptilian. Some of the most titrated are draconians or dracos, who would come from the Alpha Draconis solar system. In fact, they would have formed colonies there but proclaimed the Earth as their home planet. Some even think that Terra would belong to them, while others believe that the reptilians have inseminated this planet and see in us their biological property. Regardless of the situation, they perceive people as inferior. They are an old race, if not primordial, being cruel and capable. Escalating the subject, myths say reptilians can change their shape, simulating the human aspect. From here, there is a step up to the conclusion of some communities that follow the theory of these aliens are stealing the world right under our eyes. Another extraterrestrial species among ufologists is that of the Pleiadians. A name was given to a group of Nordic aliens or multidimensional spiritual beings in the Perseid star cluster in the Taurus constellation about 400 light years from Earth. Their original planets are located in an alternative dimension with a fraction of a second before this world we live in. These aliens would be very similar to humans. Billy Meyer, the Swiss who claimed that he would have contacted him telepathically in the 1940s because in 1970 the man would come with pictures of Pleiadian ships and sketches to illustrate them. Since then, the Pleiadians have been the subject of intense debate. It is believed that they are deeply spiritual and close to nature, peaceful beings who want to prevent the self-destruction of mankind, giving us subtle philosophies and alternative ways of existence. The Anunnaki is an important alien race coming from a controversial planet from the solar system, Nibiru. In the Sumerian myths, the astral body would be home to an advanced alien human species called the Anunnaki, to which the Bible would have some hidden references. This breed had arrived on Terra 450,000 years ago, looking for minerals, especially gold, which they found and exploited in Africa. It is believed that Anunnaki would have genetically engineered Homo sapiens, especially to be their slaves, by mixing their own genes with those of Homo erectus. The ancient inscriptions indicate that the Sumerian human civilization in Mesopotamia was conceived under the careful guidance of these gods, and the notion of royalty being inaugurated, just as mediation between the human species and the Anunnaki. They are described as resembling humans but larger and much more physically powerful, as well as a very aggressive and temperamental race, lacking morality, human standards, and brutal methods. Arcturians aliens. The galactic guardians called the Arcturians, a benevolent species of aliens that have transcended to the 4th and 5th dimension, are keeping balance within the Milky Way system. They became widely known at the beginning of the 20th century. Once world-renowned psychic Edgar Cayce had engaged with the Arcturians telepathically. After gap and on the spot extrasensory line with the Arcturians, he received data concerning their purpose within the galaxy, features, home planet, technology, their higher brotherhood, still as their rivals, namely the Greys. The Guardians of the Galaxy are the most evolved species around. With access to the 5th dimensional realm, they have a physical and etheric body for when they leave from the dimension to another. Their lifespan is usually between 350 to 400 earthly years. Their skin tone varies between green and blue, have 3 to 4 feet in height, and 3 fingers on each limb. They abide by the rules of the elderly council, of which only the most spiritually evolved are part of. Their minds are feeding on information and can process all data 100 times faster than an average human. They also feed on positive energy. These protectors of the galaxy are preaching love as their philosophy and are struggling as hard as they can to maintain order in the galaxy. Since they are found at the top of the galactic hierarchy, they cannot interfere directly in our evolutionary process, so they beam to us guidelines telepathically. Only through a good mastery of our spirits can we receive their messages, since other forces governing us are trying their best to undermine those means of communication we have at our disposal. Although the Arcturian aliens are watching over us, we are still residing in a latent state prolonged by our ignorance, making us susceptible to harmful attacks from wild ETs. This way, our vital energy is trapped by different species of aliens at work.
With so many conspiracy theories out there, it's hard to keep track of them all. Welcome to What We Know, where we try to uncover the histories and mysteries of the world by presenting all different theories out there, and the only narrative we push is this. Here's what we know, make up your own mind.
If you enjoy this video and want to see more like it, please consider subscribing to us and hitting the like button. Feel free to write a comment below and suggest which theory you want to see next. If you'd like to further support this channel, please consider joining. Our membership link will be found in the description box below. We appreciate your support, and as always, thanks for watching.